Hey guys, what is up? This is Silvery Robotics, and in this episode, we are going to learn about the introduction to lists. So, let's review what a list is. What do you think of when you hear the word list? Hmm? Yeah, you're right. It's a set of items in an order. It could be specific or non-specific. You decide. You decide in the code that you're writing too. Well, anyways, so this top row is the format of how you're writing the code in Python. The brackets on each end, the list items in the middle, which is watermelon, melon, bread, water, and jeans. And this middle row is the index as what it's in what like order it's in. So if you were to call a specific item, or like the first one, which is watermelon, you would have to type the list name and then in brackets type 0, since this first one is assigned to 0. As you can see, first goes to 0, second goes to 1, third goes to 2, fourth goes to 3, and so on. So let's go back to Thani. Yes, don't save. Let's go back to Thani and create a list. It's really simple. All it is just creating the name. And here, sorry, let me just not do that one because that's actually a function name. Because you're not supposed to write the function names in, code. So let me just create a list. Let's make a shopping list. Shop list. Sorry, shop list is equal to, in brackets, type what's like in the list. So the first one would be watermelon. The second one could be melon. The third one, oops, I wrote it correctly. The third one could be, bread, like the one before. Just here, let me just make it. There we go. The fourth one, I don't know, could be a computer. The fourth one could be, I don't know, a monitor. There we go. And if you type something like this, yeah, you have successfully made a list. Congrats. So, let's call one of the items in the list. I would do this, like I said, would be to type the list name, and then in brackets just type 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. So let's run it. And this watermelon. See? Because whenever I type 0, the watermelon is, 0. 1, and this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. But there are 5. So, whatever one you're on, like if you're on melon, that's the second one, -1, and that's how you call it. So, melon is the second one. Then you subtract 1 from that value, and it's 1. So once you run it, you get what you want. So, oh yeah, I forgot to say, you can just delete this bracket, and it'll call the whole list. You can see the whole list. You can also, in brackets, type 0:5, and then run it, and it'll also type the whole, list. If you type 3, it's just the first 3. So this is kind of a confusing part because 0 is like, this 0, the 0 with 1, or the first one, which is in the index 0. But the 3 is the first 3, which is 1, 2, 3. The first 3 items in the list. You can see down here too. So, say that you want to add something to the list. You can type shop list list, or the name of the list, dot append, and then in parentheses type what you want. So let's say, I don't know, an apple, and then print shop list. Sorry, I forgot to write the print shop list, and then you just run it, and then as you can see here, it also shows apple. By the way, you can also type it in the Python console or shell. Yeah, anyways, you can also replace one of the items with another item. So let's just keep this. So let's go here to another line and type shop list, and then whichever one you want to replace, put it in brackets. So let's say I want to replace a computer because I already bought a computer, or I have a computer because in the Sovereign Robotics starter kit there is a Raspberry Pi 4, or a Raspberry Pi, sorry. So you want to take that out and replace it with something else that you need, say a keyboard and mouse. You would create a shop list, and then in brackets just type which one that is. So 0, 1, 2, 3. That's the third one. So we go here, close the brackets, and then type equals, and then type equals. What was it? Keyboard and mouse. There you go. So once we print shop list, there, as you can see, there's no computer, but there is a keyboard and mouse. Okay. Well, say I want to delete one permanently and not replace it because I already have everything I need. You would go into, you would type first Dell, because that means delete. So it's like the company Dell without the one L at the end. Dell shop list, and then you choose which one. Let's say the monitor. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, -1 because it starts with a 0. So that would be 4, and then you just close off the brackets. And as you can see, there's no monitor anywhere here either. So, I think that's wait, no, that's not it. I also have another thing. We can create here. Let's create a new, what's it called? A new list called shop list 2 equals, I don't know, water, then a cup. Okay, there we go. So let's say, yeah, we created that. And then you can go here and then type shop list, plus equal shop list 2. Here, let me just, fix this. Yeah, there we go. So once you print shop list, so once you do that and then print shop list, the thing that printed is it also includes the thing that you added to the other list. You can also just let me tell you. You can also go here and then type shop list plus shop list 2. There we go, and then just run it. It also, types both of those. So that's about it. There's 2 more things left, and they're the max and min, maximum and minimum. So let's create a I don't know, a number list. and then it equals random numbers 2, 7, 80, 30, I don't know, 5. And you want to find the maximum number. You just type print max, and then in parentheses type the what's it called? The list name. And then once you run it, it prints the maximum number that there is in the list. There's also the same thing, but for a minimum, Yeah. It's 2, So, well, let me make a conclusion part right now. So, in conclusion, what we learned is that you make a list by typing the list name equals, and then in square brackets, the items in the list. Then you can, call the list in the Python console, like this, like just the name, and then it'll, show it. And you can also print the list. We learned how to add things to the list and how to delete things to the list, and also how to replace things from the list. You can add things from the list by typing the list name, list is equal to, the list name dot append, and then, dot append, and then in parentheses, just type what you want to add on to it. Let's say, I don't know, 4. 4. And then once you run it, it shows, sorry. And then once you run it, it shows 4 at the end too. And then you replace it by just typing the list name, and then in brackets, just type, I don't know, 0 is equal to, whatever you want to include, 4, 5, 6, doesn't matter. And, it will, print it. We also learned about the minimum maximum thing, but I'm pretty sure that only works for integers. So you make a list with integers, and then you print, and then you type print min the num list, and then you run it, and then that's the same thing just for max as well. So that's about it for now. Sorry, this episode was a little long. We had to, absorb lots of information. We had to, this was a lot of informational, educational video, you know what I mean. Well, anyways, see you in the next video. Goodbye. This was Silvery Math's Introduction to Python episode, I think it was 5, yes. I'll, in the title of the video, I'll, name it. Anyways, goodbye. I'll see you in the next video.